Hey everyone, my name's Trevor Romleski. I'm the lead game designer on Valorant.
Here comes the obliterated!
One enemy remaining.
When going first really high level with abilities, I wanted you to think of abilities as tactical advantages you can create for yourself and your team to win rounds. Generally speaking, abilities are not the primary method for dealing damage and killing enemies in combat. It's important to us that abilities you encounter in Valorant offer counterplay. This means you're either provided the necessary cues to play around the abilities in the moment, or you're able to predict and overcome the ability in future rounds with proper preparation. Raze is obviously a very polarizing character right now. There's a lot of questions and opinions about Raze, and I wanted to take a little time to talk about our philosophy with Raze and her purpose in the game. We've definitely seen some existential questions about Raze, like why would a character like this be in Valorant? And then in addition to that, some balance questions around, hey, I think X or Y ability is too strong. When talking about balance, that's something I'm a little less worried about because we can change some numbers, we can tune levers and find the right balance for Raze so that she's not a must pick in every composition. And that's something we're already looking at right now and identifying the right opportunities and what makes sense for adjustments on the character so that she's in the right place. The really important area of discussion that I want to focus on is more of that existential question, which is why Raze in Valorant and what does she do for the game? There's two specific areas that Raze brings to the table for tactical gameplay. One, she has chip value or chip damage value as we call it internally, which is the ability to do damage to opponents without necessarily killing them. So you'll see this commonly with the satchel, for example, where that deals damage and it often won't kill. And that chip value is something that can push an opponent from a threshold of 2 shots to the head to kill down to 1, or 4 shots to the body down to 3. So there's a lot of value in that. Even if it doesn't necessarily kill in that moment, it really sets you up to get a quick kill on your opponent when you get into that situation. The other area she brings is this concept of area denial, but it's much more short term and more lethal. So if you don't move immediately out of this spot, you will die to this ability. And the thing we think it does to bring value to the space on the tactical side is you're placing something in the world that after a short duration requires your opponent to move and readjust. And this can be if you think they're playing in a position that they're camping and aren't moving out of, or you expect them to come into a certain spot and be in a particular area right at this particular moment, or you're breaking into an angle and you want to make them sidestep or move so that they're inaccurate. These are all good opportunities for the grenade to be used and complement your ability to then use your weapon to take them out while they're repositioning, or they've taken chip damage, or both of those things. It's not our intention that a majority of the time you throw a grenade, you're getting a kill with it. That should be something that happens if you're using good teamwork and combinations together to get that lethal effect, or if the opponent hasn't properly played around the ability and despite seeing it coming in hasn't moved or reacted to it. If you don't respect the ability and you don't respond to it, it's okay for us that you die in that situation. What we want to owe to all of you and make sure is true is that you're getting the proper window of time to move away from it, and that you're getting the right visual and audio cues to understand where it's coming from and where you need to move. This is something we're also looking at with Raze as well, and the area we want to focus on right now is we want to make sure for both the rocket and the grenade that you're getting the sufficient cues to know when this thing is in play and when it's coming, when it's being shot at you, so that you can properly react to it. And we want it so that if you react really quickly and if you are in a position where you can disengage or you can use cover, you should be able to get away from these things and they should not kill you. Now, obviously, as Raze comes in and she's new, it's way more common to get caught off guard by one of these abilities and take enough damage to where it's lethal. But we believe over time, with understanding of how these abilities work and some of the things we're looking at to enhance the cues so that the counterplay is a bit more clear and sharp, you'll be able to move out of these things more commonly, and it won't be a thing where you just die a majority of the time when a grenade comes at you or the rocket gets equipped. This should be something that really forces you to reposition, respect the ability that's coming, and adjust your play. And Raze should be able to get value out of that and get information and force you out of positions and eliminate some angles or a particular spot on the map for a short period of time. So that's the explanation we have regarding Raze's abilities and their existence in the game and why we think they're ultimately valuable. And so, we're curious to see over time, as you all in the community get better at interacting with these abilities, but also as we make some changes to make the cues more clear and feel good about the information we're providing you to give you the opportunity to react. So we'll be watching. Please continue to give us feedback, and we'll continue to adjust as necessary. But we think for now, we like what this character can bring to the game, and we think with some adjustments and the community adapting to these abilities, overall it'll be a great thing and another additional great agent for Valorant. So please give it a try and let us know.